Alexis, how you doing? I wanted to talk about this real quick because I'm, you know, what you have here is you've got your 12 spreads, okay, but if you take a look at the assignment is asking you, well, where the heck is it? Let me just do this real quick. Sorry, I should have had this open. Okay, so, sorry about that. I found what I was looking for. It's over here in the week four project 312. That should, of course, be 12-page booklet, research and rough sketches. But over here, if you see right down here in the third paragraph after part one, research and rough sketches, it says sketch several layouts exploring the placement of text margins and image, blah, blah, blah. We all know that, right? We've been doing that. But this one says manually produce at least 4 different rough layouts that best represent your concept design. Now that's 4 layouts for a 12-page book. So that's basically, I mean, what you want to do here is you want to say, okay, this is my first example. Then here's 6 spreads of your first example. So the whole 12 pages of your first example saying Minion Pro on each page. And then the next page, what does it look like? Okay. And then your second idea, okay, you would do the same thing. You would pick your new layout and you would give us 6 of these spreads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or however you want to lay it out on the page, but 6 spreads. Sketching your second idea, then your third idea, and then your fourth idea. So you're going to have a total of 24 spreads being sketched, right? So it's a lot of sketching, it is, but if you take a look at some of your classmates' submission in discussion board, you'll see what I mean. There's a lot of sketching going on for this one. So, but what you have going on here, this is pretty good. My only thing here with what you have is that you're not really showing a grid. I mean, you're showing a 2-column grid. Here you're showing a 3-column grid, but you're not really showing the underlying grid itself. Do you see what I'm saying? So, for example, you on each page you would place the grid. Oops, you would place the grid like, okay, there's my grid, my 12-column grid or whatever, and then everything would be placed inside of that grid. Do you see what I'm saying? You don't set the grid to the size of the page. You set the grid basically to the size of the margins. All right. So other than that, I think you're doing really well on your sketches. I mean, good at showing good intent. I think that some are more detailed than others. I mean, you can tell kind of when you're wanting to use. Oh, this one right here. I would not recommend stacking type. It never works well. If you want to stack type, just set it on the baseline and then rotate it on its axis and set it. But don't, you rarely want to stack type, if ever. Other than that, I think you're showing good usage of your intent to use serif or sans serif, and then of course you've also labeled it. Okay, but one thing I don't see in any of your sketches at all is your intent with justification, and that's one of the most important things. Is how are you going to set these paragraphs? Are these justified? Are they like, why is that line out there? Do you see what I'm saying? And that's the only thing that when you're in a studio setting, that's what you'll be asked for. And when you give your sketches, is your art director is going to say, well, why are all of your lines the same? Are you justifying every single line in every sketch? Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, other than that, if you have any questions, give me a holler. Thanks.